what a difference a year makes. Last year you come in here an unproven first-year coach, and you go out and win a state championship.
Kids did that. So.
Talk about your demeanor and your mindset from last year coming into this year and how the kids have worked and where you are today.
Kids have continued to work extremely hard. I mean, it's a great group of guys, and they've kind of saw what that senior class that left, the legacy that they left, and they want to continue to build on it and grow it even more. So, I don't think our demeanor changed at all. It's just the fact that, we have that, and it's something that we'll never forget. But, we told them from day one that part is over. Now we got to focus on this year. So, it kind of, it's we put that in a rearview mirror, and we're moving on forward to this year and really trying to continue the success that we've had here. So as coaches, I don't think our demeanor has changed. I think we've continued to push them and continue to, make them strive for greatness and just know, what we had was awesome, what we accomplished was great, but we want more. We want to continue to be successful, and I think the kids have bought into that.
Well, you do have the leadership on both sides of the ball, and Will Shipley and Alec Mockey. Just talk about the impact that those two kids have on your whole roster.
I mean, when two of your best players are the two hardest workers, it kind of sets the tone for what you do, and they kind of see what Alec and Will do in the weight room. Even when they're in spring sports, they're not missing days. They're getting after it, whether they have a lacrosse game or a track meet or whatever. It doesn't matter to them. They just get flat after it, and that kind of trickles its way down. So they see our two of our best players working hard. They're going to continue to follow suit, and they've done a good job of being more vocal. Where a lot of it was lead by example, but they've started to figure out the leadership of vocal part of not always getting on them and being able to pick people up. So they've done a good job, and we've had some others, kind of step up. But those two kind of set the tone for us.
Your quarterback battle, have you made a decision yet?
No, we haven't. We're going to look and see kind of next week in the scrimmages. We got Dante, who came in last year, very smart kid, and he's a good, good leader. He needs to speak more. Both of them do. I think they're both kind of still figuring themselves out. So, and then Grady Brosterhouse is a sophomore. He's got a really good arm and makes a lot of really good throws, and just needs to continue to grow and get more reps. So both of them have competed hard together, and they've kind of done a good job of competing, but still being there for each other and feeding off of each other. And we'll sit down and look at it next week, and then hopefully decide a starter going into week 1.
We know about Will in the backfield. Just talk about, you lose Wayne Dixie. Who do you got to complement Will in the back?
Yeah, so we got Trevor McGee, will be a senior. He's kind of a bigger guy, so, inside zone runner. Then we got Trey Gordon. He'll be a junior, came over from Sun Valley when he got redistricted. He's done a heck of a job when he came over here. We're really excited about him. And then we got Kyle Parsons, will be a sophomore, who was kind of our lead back last year on JV. And he's really had a good offseason and will be getting a lot of touches too. And then kind of the wild card is Malik Mustafa, came over this year. Never really played any offense, but he's a very dynamic player and very twitchy. So we'll do different things to try and get him the ball in space. But he's done a good job there too. So we'll kind of use all those guys and complement to Will, and then somebody's obviously going to step up and be the guy. But I think all of them have good qualities that can fit and kind of be that second guy to Will that we always need.
And looking out to the wideouts, you lose Brimajon and James Shipley, and
a lot of catches.
A lot of questions on who's catching the ball this year.
Yeah, Colby Bars is a senior. He's played. He was hurt last year in the beginning and missed time, but then came back and really played a good safety for us in our stretch run. He's 6'4", Towson lacrosse commit, so he's doing a good job at receiver. He'll be out there. Having Dusty coming back this year, Mercer, Virginia Tech baseball commit. He was in the quarterback running, but we're going to move him around, and really he's done an awesome job at receiver. He's very smart, picked up the offense again like that, so we're excited to have him back. Landon back, he's just a sophomore. He was on varsity last year as a freshman. He's doing a really nice job. Jackson McLean's doing a good job. Cambridge Tuttle came over from Latin. He's a junior. He's trying to learn the offense, but he makes plays when he understands what to do. And then you still got a few down there. So there's 5, and Justin Mucklevine's in there. He'll be a senior, and we can go down the line. But we got a deep group. We just got to see who's going to rise to the top, and because it's hard to replace that production with Max and James, and they're unbelievable receivers. And I told those guys I don't want you to be them, but we got to figure out what you guys can do, and we'll mold our offense around what your skill set. Up front, we got a transfer in from Alabama. He'll probably be a tackle for us. He's a big kid. Trying to just continue to get him in shape, but we're excited for him. He'll be a junior, Austin Pronk, and then Nick Adderholt and Chris Bernhardt are both working at the right guard. McLaughlin will be a junior. He'll be back at our center. And then Lucas Rogers will be at kind of a 3-year starter, will be at the left guard. And then Will Owens will be a junior, and he'll be probably at a left tackle right now. But there's still an open competition. We got about 8 guys that we really like at the line, and they're a really tight group. They're a weird group, very weird, but they are a very tight group, and they've been a lot of fun. So we're expecting big things from them. And then D-line, we got Joe Zawistowski playing an end, coming back from a great year last year as a sophomore. Cole Wiseman will fit into the other end with Trey moving back to linebacker. He'll be a junior. And then we got Ronnie Watterson and Noah Niemeyer in the middle. But Coach Newman rotates 8 to 10 guys. Trevor McGee will play both the ends as well. So, we got 8, we feel good about 8 guys rotating in, and just giving all they got for those 3, 4, 5 plays. So we feel good about our depth at the line, probably for the first time in a while that we feel like we're pretty deep. But, we still got to continue to make sure they're getting better and putting good work in.
And your linebackers and your DBs look like the strong. Really complement that whole defense with Alec and Trey back there.
Yeah, we feel good. Alec obviously will be back at Mike. He'll be a 3-year starter. Trey moving back from the Bandit, but he's fitting right now. And, obviously with him committing to Elon, they love him as a linebacker. So not really seeing all film of it, but you can see he's a fast switch kid he's a linebacker. He just did it out of necessity for us to play the end. And then Chase Turner will fit in at the other one, coming back from ACL. So he's done a really good job. We're probably going to have to pitch count him early. And we got really 3 underclassmen that hopefully are ready to take the reins next year, because all 3 of them are seniors, but that are filling in with good reps. And I think we can throw them in at whenever we need to, and they'll be ready to go. And then back line, you got Bryson Parker coming back. He'll be a junior at corner. Jalen Newman will be the other corner. Trace McCammon has worked at corner and safety. He's a sophomore. Made a big jump in the weight room this year. Done an excellent job. And then at safety, with Trace probably being back there, you got Landon and Parsons are kind of the backups. And then really, I feel like we have 3 starting safeties with Will, Malik, and Colby Bars. So all 3 of them can start, but all 3 of them are going to be on offense as well. So I think it's going to be a really good rotation for us to get them through there, and we're excited about them. So, like I said, we like where we're at with the DBs, but obviously there's still work to do, and we got to play some good teams that can throw the ball, so we got to make sure they're ready.
And we can't go without mentioning one of the best special teams players in the conference in the state, in Ian Williams.
Yeah, Ian's. I don't take for granted, but every time I watch him kick, you just kind of look back and we're like, wow, because the ball just jumps off his legs. So he's done an awesome job. He's a huge kid. His punts, he's really worked on his punts, and they've been a lot more consistent. Last year he'd hit a boomer, and then the next one he'd shank. So it's been consistent there. But he's wanting to kick it. But every time we get to the 40, we feel like we should get points, and that's kind of a luxury that not a lot of schools have. So Ian's done a great job, and then we got Matthew Moonen behind him. That will be a sophomore that has a big leg as well. So we've just been gifted. And then really to go along with the long snappers, we got 2 kids that are ranked in the nation in long snapping. Will Cobb as a 2020 and Alex McLaughlin as a 2021. So specialists, we've been really, really blessed and fortunate to have good kids that really work and try to perfect their craft. Teams that are coached by me and my staff, to every time they step on the field, for 48 minutes, they're going to get our best effort. And if they beat us, that means they're a better team than us. But, we want to make sure that we're prepared mentally and physically. And I feel good at where we are mentally. I know it's a grind right now. They're wanting to hit somebody with a different color. But, I want to make sure that if we step on that Friday night, we're disciplined. We play hard every play. And we don't take plays off. And at the end of 48 minutes, I think the score will take care of itself, but I want the other team to know, like, man, we had to really claw and fight every play, because that's what Weddington does. And we can instill that in our guys and continue to build that. I think, like I said, the rest will take care of itself, but it's just, those are the type of kids we want to coach and the type of team that we want to be around.